technically, this question does involve a bit of a grammar rule, but I actually classify it as a style question, one where we can kind of just like hear what's right, because at least two of the answers I think sound wrong, right? Now, if you kind of just read two words, you could say, the effect that something can affect municipal water usage, right? So that using something like choices C or D does make sense if we really just cut the sentence down and ignore most of the words. But if we read even just a little bit beyond the underlined portion, we can see that there's this word the, right? The greatest effect on municipal water usage. Like we have to say that. So the on is a really important part, and that's the style component, right? You can just kind of hear that you need that word. I hope that you can. If not, then yeah, this is maybe just a hard question for you, but most of us will be able to get down to like two choices just based on sound, and now the rule comes in, and you might just have to do the best you can if you don't know the rule, but maybe now, because you're watching this video, this will save it. The difference between affect with an A and effect with an E is the part of speech. So, affect with an A is basically a verb or an action, and that's how you can remember it. A for action, A for effect. An effect with an E, that is a noun. Now there are exceptions, but not really any that you would ever encounter in your daily life, your writing that you use for school, or for anything we're going to see on the SAT. Now, how does this matter in this context? Well, we are talking about the greatest effect, right? It is a the. It is a thing, right? And that's how we know, because there's a the in front of it. And so that tells me that B is going to be the answer. It is an effect on the municipal water usage. So it is being used in this case as a thing that we are referring to with a the, an a, or an and. Those also can kind of go in front. So there's hopefully a clue that you can look for in the future. Now, what would it mean if we use it as a verb? Well, then it's going to be an action, right? So we could change the sentence slightly and say something like, we need initiatives, forgive my handwriting, that affect the water usage. Right? Now the effect, it's being affected. It is doing the affecting, right? The initiatives affect water usage. The initiatives is the noun, and the verb is affect. So this is tricky because slight rewordings of the sentence can completely change which one we use, and they kind of have the same definition otherwise. So it's just a part of speech. We could also say we need initiatives that have an effect on water usage. So now we're back to the E, an effect, right? So it's really tricky, this rule. Most of the time, hopefully, if you're writing it for a paper, some sort of spell check will catch it, but it is a good thing to know. It does come up a lot on the SAT as far as these frequently confused words go, and it is something that looks kind of bad in your writing. So it's something to check for when you do your proofreading for an essay for school. Hopefully this helps, and the A action thing can hopefully just give you a little bit of a clue to check. But yeah, it's a tough one. English is weird sometimes. This is proof of it.